It is a significant change to the guidelines, as Joe said. Joining us live tonight is Dr. Lisa Lee. She is the Associate Vice President for Research and Innovation at Virginia Tech and a former CDC official. Dr. Lee, appreciate your time. I think let's begin with just your reaction to the new guidelines from the CDC and your message for people out there tonight.
Thank you for having me, Marnie. I think these are very encouraging guidelines. For me, as a former CDC official, it is really nice to see that all of CDC's guidelines and the changes in their guidelines are now supported with data and evidence. So everything that they are recommending now, they also accompany that with some data that shows why they're changing the recommendations. And I think in this case, with the changes for people who are vaccinated, the relaxing of the mask requirements and the recommendations that there are safe activities is in fact really motivating for folks to get vaccinated. Nothing has changed for unvaccinated persons in terms of their mitigation strategies, but we have seen now that we have over 215 doses of vaccine given out in this country. There are a lot of people who can now start to enjoy some of the summer weather and interacting with their friends and family.
Well, I'd like to talk to you about that data and evidence, as you say. What have we learned about how COVID spreads that we didn't know a year ago that allow us to relax some of the mask wearing guidelines?
That's an excellent question. We know so much more than we knew a year ago. This is a brand new virus. We're still learning a lot about it, and we will continue to. But what we have found out over the last several months is there are data now that suggests that over 90% of infections are transmitted indoors. So that means outdoor air where there's a lot more room to disperse virus for droplets and aerosols to disperse into the air. The risk for transmission is much lower. And so this really is the motivating factor behind the idea that when we're outside, our risk to transmit to each other, our risk to become infected is much lower. And if we're vaccinated on top of that, then our risk is very, very low.
So indoors still a concern. I hear you there. So how soon, as more people get vaccinated, do you see those guidelines changing with indoor activity and mask wearing?
I think that the very good thing about these CDC guidelines is that they recognize really for the first time explicitly that vaccination and mask wearing is both for the person who gets vaccinated and wears a mask and for others. And so until we have 75–85% of folks vaccinated, we really need to be careful and think about not only am I vaccinated and am I safe, but am I keeping other people around me safe? So for the first time, I think we really see a very nice balance from CDC emphasizing both the fact that masks are protective of us, but they protect others from us. So we have to really consider both ourselves and other people. And with these new guidelines, I think they hit that note really well.
Dr. Lee, before I let you go, just a moment left. 5 million people have skipped that second dose of the vaccine. Your reaction to that and your message?
Yeah, great question, and I'm glad you brought that up, Marnie. We are only as covered as we are vaccinated, so it's really important if you've gotten that first vaccine to head back and get the second one. If you've missed the date, if you're one of those 5 million people that has passed the date that you were asked to get a second vaccine, go ahead and get it anyway, even though it's later. It's fine. You'll still need that booster, and you might as well get it. Even if you're past your date. I encourage you to do it. Most people in America now live within 5 miles of a place to get vaccinated. So it is close. Do figure out how it is in your state, in your locality, that you can get that second dose. It's really important. You're not considered fully vaccinated until 2 weeks after your final dose.
Dr. Lisa Lee, appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Marnie.